Have you ever wondered what it takes to explore the unknown depths of the oceans? Throughout history, many brave explorers have set out on dangerous journeys across vast seas, discovering new lands and expanding our understanding of the world's oceans. These daring oceanic expeditions pushed the limits of human endurance and opened up new horizons. In this video, we'll take a look at the top 10 ocean adventures that changed history and revealed the hidden secrets of our planet's waters. Let's get started. 1. Ferdinand Magellan's circumnavigation of the globe, 1519–1522. Ferdinand Magellan's expedition was the first to sail around the world, starting in 1519. Magellan set out with 5 ships and over 200 men, aiming to find a new route to Asia by sailing west. Along the way, they faced many dangers, including harsh weather, disease, and food shortages. Magellan himself did not survive the entire journey, as he was killed in a battle in the Philippines. Despite losing ships and many crew members, the remaining sailors completed the mission, returning to Spain in 1522. This voyage was the first to prove that the Earth is round and that the world's oceans are all connected. It marked a significant achievement in navigation and changed how people saw the world. 2. James Cook's Voyages, 1768–1779. Captain James Cook's voyages between 1768 and 1779 were some of the most important in history. He led 3 major expeditions across the Pacific Ocean, where he explored and mapped unknown areas. During these journeys, Cook and his crew discovered Australia and the Hawaiian Islands, which were new to Europeans. His precise mapping skills helped create more accurate maps of the region. Cook's encounters with native peoples and cultures were also significant. He and his crew learned a great deal about the diverse ways of life across the Pacific Islands. His voyages opened the door to future exploration and trade, greatly expanding Western knowledge about the Pacific Ocean and the world beyond Europe. 3. Ernest Shackleton's Endurance Expedition, 1914–1917. Ernest Shackleton's Endurance Expedition from 1914 to 1917 is one of the most incredible survival stories in history. Shackleton and his crew set out to cross Antarctica, but their ship, the Endurance, became trapped in thick ice. After months of being stuck, the ice crushed the ship, leaving the men stranded on the frozen continent with little hope of rescue. Despite the extreme cold, hunger, and harsh conditions, Shackleton led his crew on a daring journey to find help. They traveled by lifeboat across rough seas to reach safety. Remarkably, every member of the crew survived, showing incredible bravery and teamwork. This expedition proved how strong the human spirit can be, even in the face of nature's most dangerous challenges. 4. Thor Heyerdahl's Kon-Tiki Expedition, 1947. In 1947, Thor Heyerdahl set out on an incredible journey called the Kon-Tiki Expedition. He and his small crew built a simple raft using materials that ancient people would have used. They wanted to prove that early civilizations could have sailed across the ocean without modern tools. Starting from South America, they sailed over 4,300 miles across the Pacific Ocean to reach the Polynesian Islands. The journey took over 100 days, and they faced many dangers, including rough seas, storms, and sharks. Despite these challenges, they successfully reached their destination. Heyerdahl's expedition showed that ancient peoples could have traveled long distances by sea, long before modern ships and technology. This daring journey changed the way people thought about the abilities of early civilizations. 5. The Challenger Deep Exploration, 1960. In 1960, Jacques Piccard and Don Walsh made history by diving to the deepest part of the ocean, called Challenger Deep, in the Mariana Trench. Using a specially designed submarine called the Trieste, they descended nearly 36,000 feet into the dark, unknown depths of the ocean. The pressure at that depth is immense, but the Trieste was built to handle it, allowing them to safely reach the bottom. Their exploration was the first of its kind, giving scientists a better understanding of what lies in the deepest parts of the ocean. Though they were only at the bottom for a short time, Piccard and Walsh discovered strange creatures living in such extreme conditions. This dive showed that life can exist in places we once thought impossible, greatly expanding our knowledge of the deep sea. 6. Francis Drake's expedition, 1577 and 1580. Between 1577 and 1580, Francis Drake led an important expedition that took him around the world. Starting from England, he sailed across the Atlantic, down the coast of South America, and then across the Pacific. Along the way, Drake explored new lands and claimed territory for England. He also fought against Spanish ships, bringing back valuable treasure. Drake's successful voyage was a major achievement for England. It proved that they were becoming a strong naval power and gave them greater control over sea routes. His journey also helped Europeans learn more about distant parts of the world, including new islands and coastlines. Drake's expedition played a key role in expanding European knowledge of global trade routes and boosting England's influence overseas. 7. The Beagle Expedition, 1831-1836. Between 1831 and 1836, Charles Darwin sailed on the HMS Beagle, a voyage that would change science forever. As the ship traveled to distant places like South America, the Galapagos Islands, and Australia, Darwin carefully studied animals, plants, and landscapes. He noticed how species varied from one location to another, sparking his curiosity about how living things adapt to their environment. These observations later helped Darwin develop his famous theory of evolution, which explains how species change over time through natural selection. His discoveries on this journey reshaped our understanding of biology and how life on Earth is connected. The Beagle expedition not only mapped new lands, but also led to groundbreaking scientific ideas that still influence how we view the natural world today. 8. The Voyage of Zheng He, 1405-1433. Between 1405 and 1433, Chinese Admiral Zheng He led some of the largest maritime expeditions in history. His fleet, made up of huge ships and thousands of sailors, sailed across Southeast Asia, South Asia, and as far as Africa. Zheng He's voyages were not just about exploration, they were also meant to show China's power and influence. The ships carried goods and treasures to trade with other countries, creating strong connections between China and many distant lands. These expeditions demonstrated China's unmatched naval strength at the time. Zheng He's voyages helped spread Chinese culture and influence far beyond Asia. His journeys were a remarkable display of organization, power, and ambition, making China a major player in global trade and diplomacy during the 15th century. 9. Jacques Cousteau's underwater research expeditions, 1940s, 1970s. From the 1940s to the 1970s, Jacques Cousteau led groundbreaking underwater research that changed the way people saw the ocean. Using new diving technology, Cousteau and his team explored the deep sea, filming the colorful and mysterious world of marine life. His documentaries showed people the beauty of the underwater world, revealing animals and ecosystems that had never been seen before. Cousteau's work helped people understand how important and fragile the ocean's biodiversity is. His films and books made ocean exploration exciting and inspired many to care about protecting marine life. Through his efforts, Cousteau expanded public interest in the oceans and raised awareness about the need to conserve these vital ecosystems for future generations. 10. Vitus Bering's Expeditions, 1725-1741. Vitus Bering, a Danish explorer working for Russia, led two major expeditions between 1725 and 1741 to explore the Arctic and North Pacific. His journeys were focused on finding a sea route between Russia and North America. During his second expedition, Bering and his crew sailed through the icy waters of the Bering Strait, which now bears his name. They also reached the coast of Alaska, expanding Russian knowledge of the Americas and contributing to future colonization efforts. The harsh conditions made these expeditions extremely dangerous. The freezing temperatures, strong winds, and lack of supplies took a heavy toll on the crew. Bering himself died during the second expedition after his ship was stranded on an island. Despite the hardships, his expeditions were a major success, helping Russia map uncharted waters and establish a presence in North America, making it one of the most significant Arctic explorations of the time. These daring oceanic expeditions changed the way we understand and explore the world's vast oceans. From navigating uncharted waters to surviving extreme conditions, these explorers pushed the boundaries of what was possible. Their courage and discoveries have shaped our knowledge of the seas, inspired future generations, and highlighted the importance of ocean conservation. These voyages not only expanded maps, but also opened the door to new cultures, ideas, and scientific understanding, forever changing the course of history. If you enjoyed learning about these historic journeys, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more exciting content. Thanks for watching.